Mind if I give you a reading?
Sure, why not?
Some believe uncertainty is an evil that should be dispelled through divination. Others claim it's change that is evil. But that isn't true either. Every minute of every day, we each become someone new. We shouldn't fear change itself, but only who we might change into. Knowing one's path is most important. I devised this layout especially for you and Johnny. Your future is his future, and vice versa.
Okay, I'm ready.
We'll start with you, V. The Fool.
What a surprise.
Let's dig deeper to find its meaning here. The Fool symbolizes the start of a journey, the announcement of something new. It's the inner child, curious of the world, but also naive and reckless. Sounds a lot like the V I first met. The Magician. A person of great talent and charisma. A leader.
Sounds like Johnny.
The card is reversed. That can mean a tendency toward addiction, mental instability.
Okay, definitely Johnny. He is one great disturbance.
The final cards are about your futures. The Devil.
Got another deck lying around? A cheerful one?
This is no joke, V. An inverted devil symbolizes subjugation, losing control, aggression, evil, a power struggle. Whatever you're planning, treat this as a warning.
Okay. And Johnny's?
The Moon.
Whoa, that doesn't sound too bad, right?
I don't know, V. The Moon is mystery. I think that's for you. Wait, is that an Arasaka stretch?
That's right.
But, V, they killed Jackie and now you're working for them?
Think I don't remember? Don't like it any more than you do. But all the other options were worse.
Betraying a friend. You can't justify that.
Got no right to judge me.
You've changed. For the worse.
So, this is where Arasaka's finest technology wound up. Charming. Where's the Ripper? Telling fortunes from rat bones in the back?
Anders Hellman. Alive, I see, and well. Figured your employers would have knocked you around some after your flight to Kangtao.
To Arasaka, I'm still worth more alive and well than harmed or dead.
Yeah, same as me, so stop droning and take me to Hanako.
Right, Hanako. Do you remember what last we spoke of? The construct in your head, and how it could affect decision-making. The same construct that, in its former life, detonated 2 nuclear warheads inside the Arasaka Tower. And now, you and this construct have volunteered to sort things out in Arasaka. Interesting coincidence, wouldn't you say?
I got Johnny in check with beta blockers, and Arasaka's not on my radar. It's simple. My life's on the line.
I shall be watching you. Let us go. We are almost there. Why has she not called?
Who? Hanako?
I fail to see what you and your sharp wits are doing here. Or why I am here. Driving Master V.
Easy on her, all right? Don't want to damage the fucking wheels.
What am I? Your chauffeur? I didn't agree to this.
Neither did I, matter of fact. So just shut up and drive.
Now for the fun part. The limo is Arisaka, but there will be guards past the checkpoint. Try to act natural. Or rather, just be still and calm. Is everything... Jesus Christ! Have you gone absolutely mental? Blast it all.
What now?
They won't let us anywhere near her.
Have to plow right through them then.
Knock yourself out. You fetch Hanako, I'll sort out the AV.
I am in the bedroom in the central part of the building. Anders, you get the AV. But first, we must neutralize the 4 guards. V, is your task clear?
Uh-huh. We neutralize.
I will obstruct their communications so that no support arrives. Careful now. There are 5 more guards outside, and at one guard in the courtyard. They know you are here. You must neutralize them. All of them.
Tear it down!
Reloading!
We've got heavy casualties! Focus! Man down! Take their position! Kill or be killed! I need cover! Got heavy casualties!
Went clean through! I believe. Yes, that is the last of Yorinobu's people. I await you.
I'm nearing the residence.
Good. Land by the pool.
These people, they simply left me no choice.
We have a job to do. Need to keep it together for all our sakes.
I need do nothing. It is just that.
You know, sometimes I think Night City's kind of a shithole. But I'll tell you,
I believe a war has
anywhere
just
else.
begun.
Don't believe me? Then it's time for bullshit politics.
War is a bit much, isn't it? A little loaded word for any Arasaka.
Is that what you believe?
Just counting bodies. You and me and Hellman makes 3. Actually, 2.5.
Oda would be here if you had not.
It was him or me, Hanako. Anyway, against all Arasaka and its armies, that's not much.
My brother is not all of Arasaka. Not yet, at least. He knows this well. It is the reason he surrounds himself with criminals like Adam Smasher.
That's supposed to make me feel better. Reality is we're on our own.
My father was on his own, and he built an empire.
When they got dumped on by hyperacidic rain while out gallivanting on a fox hunt. For you uncultured folks,
Please,
fox hunting is a true like beating the hell, for instance. Now, don't
is it not too early for champagne? But if it helps you calm down, does anyone else have trembling hands?
No need. My hands are fine.
I might beg to differ, V.
Felt better.
How do you mean?
Get these, blackouts.
Hellman?
If I had to guess, his central nervous system is a shambles. Honestly, it's a miracle he can still walk.
We must make haste. Once Yorinobu has been dealt with, we shall attend to your needs. Did you prepare everything?
Quite.
Oh, fuck.
Will he manage?
He should.
I'll be fine.
This way.
Probably won't get another chance.
To do what?
Fill me in on your plan.
What if I have none?
Don't play dumb with me, Hanako.
You and Takemura had a plan the day of the parade. Moments later, you had nothing. Your plan was in tatters. And yet we are here now. Do you know why? Because sometimes you have to look the truth in the eye. Back then, that is what I did, thanks to you. You have a very honest look.
That's how we're swinging the Arasaka board? You want me to stare at them?
Weapon at the ready.
If my charms don't work, we go for more tried and tested methods. I see what you're getting at.
You have yet to see. As do they all.
Where are we actually going?
This is one of Arasaka's most closely guarded secrets.
Hang on, is this...
Father's office, a faithful replica of the original in Tokyo. He ordered one made in every Arasaka branch on the planet. Every last detail, every item, arranged as if he could navigate it blind. That is the way he is, meticulous, fastidious.
Was.
I beg your pardon?
Meant to say was.
Symbols are more resilient than you think. The question is, if the faction leaders, and if they...
Honestly, wishful thinking at best. My testimony's worth shit here. Not as if you've got much leverage either.
We shall soon know. Come.
Going down.
I told you. Mikoshi can be accessed only from a room beneath Arasaka Tower. Before we interrupt this board meeting, we must do one more thing.
Huh? Keep getting this weird feeling you're not telling me the whole truth.
Because I am not telling you the whole truth. I am cautious.
Thought you said we trusted each other.
There is trust between us now. That is why you are here. So earlier, soon after you abducted me, I sought his counsel.
Whose?
Father's. His office is not the only replica he created.
What?
Otou-sama. この人よ。
お前は我が社から盗みを働いた。
Fuck me, Dizzy.
さらには娘の誘拐に加担し、今度は息子を葬り去ろうとしている。荒坂に随分と恨みがあるようだな。
Could have given me a heads up.
No, I could not have.
Why?
私が口外を禁じたからだ。
V, you are being disrespectful.
Why am I here?
お前を自らの目で見てみたかった。
Because...
こ ごくありふれた人間が時に重要な役割を担う。運命のいたずらとでも言うべきか。生と死、その狭間にガラスがある。私たちの使命はその境界を限りなく薄くすることだ。お前はそのプロセスの一部となった。感謝しなくてはな。
Thanks won't be near enough.
心配するな。しかるべき代償は払う。準備はいいぞ、花子。始めろ。
お父様。It is done. We may go.
Let's get out of here. Johnny. Fuck no. Not now.
It won't be much longer, V. Will you stay with us?
Growing weaker by the minute. We gotta hurry.
Indeed we do. Dire moments are upon us.
These your people?
In a manner of speaking.
Meaning?
To what extent they have faith in me or my money, I do not know.
Guess it'd be all the same to them, wouldn't it?
You are never one to mince words.
That's why you brought me here. Anyway, motivations aside, what's important is that they shoot in the right direction.
As a last resort, and only then.
You mean when the board rejects every word out of our mouths?
If. Not when.
Then what? Need me to neutralize them too?
Keep your weapon at hand. And do not utter a word until I ask you to. No matter what happens, you must trust me.
It's an island. Just one.
With 12,000 inhabitants.
Who is this person? Security, we've had an intrusion.
I am late. Apologies.
Hanako, what are you doing here?
My brother, where is he?
He told us to start without him.
Then, begin without him, we shall.
Begin what?
The removal of Yorinobu from his position as CEO of Arasaka.
Did I hear you correctly? What are you doing? You cannot...
Hanako. I believe you owe us an explanation.
V, this is your seat.
Oh, I will not let...
May I? Everyone's waiting.
This is outrageous.
Much obliged.
Yorinobu murdered my father and exploited his death to justify his warmongering. And you knew of this. All of you.
Fascinating. Absurd!
Careful what you say.
Yes, indeed. Worse than nothing else. Is this all you have?
I have an eyewitness.
It's true, all of it. Saw it with my own eyes.
What did you see?
I saw Yorinobu strangle Saburo Arasaka.
More interesting with each minute.
A serious accusation, admittedly. But nothing more.
If our testimony is not enough, perhaps you will listen to my father.
Oh,
見下げ果てた奴らめ。
荒坂様。
赤子のようにまんまと騙されたか。日和見主義に走ったが、いずれにせよ、仮にも役員である者たちがなんと情けない。
This? Is this to convince us? Ah, magic trick.
マーヘッド、お前がミリテクとの全面戦争を憂慮していた時、私はこう言ったはずだ。お前には3つのものが欠けている。自信、知性、そして根性だ。
Arasaka-sama,
見たところ、あれから何も変わっていないようだな。
It's him!
Arasaka-sama, what is your command?
花子の指示に従え。花子の発する言葉は全て私の言葉同然だ。
Objections?
What the hell's happening?
Clearly, someone objects.
Who activated the lockdown?
Is it you? Is this your doing, Hanako? To lock us in here so we devour each other like rats in a cage?
Hear that?
Have you brought more of this filth from the street? I asked... They're here! He's good! Cover me! Reloading! He's really going for it.
What?
Neutralize us.
I'll handle this.
I did not believe he would go to such lengths. I will gather a force and take control of Arasaka Tower. You must find my brother. This lift will take you to the upper atrium. From there, you can reach Yorinobu's floor. I want him taken alive.
Alive? After all this?
He is still my brother. If you harm a hair on his head, our agreement will be void. 始めなさい。建物全体を。
Nothing to report.
Hit confirmed!
end of the hall, there is an atrium and lift shaft. Be careful. I have heard there is fighting on this level.
Saving all the elevators.
My people, take back the control vehicle. Go to the lift, middle of level 3. Quickly. There are more stairs on the opposite side.
Enemy contact!
The lockdown has been lifted. Be very careful. Your youngest men are certain to be in position. I will join you once we have the situation under control.
You motherfucker!
An Arasaka bodyguard shields the Emperor of Japan from an assassin's bullet. 2071. Arasaka security forces prevent mass riots in San Francisco, saving the city from certain ruin. 2074. An Arasaka investigation eliminates a terror cell in Rio de Janeiro, ending a string of attacks and executing those responsible.
You will receive Netrunner support soon.
He attacked me!
Guards are taken care of.
There is a large room ahead. My brother's most capable men guard it. You know what to do. My netrunners have dealt with the doors. You can keep moving.
As if they were gonna be this easy.
Your mate has failed.
Oh, fuck! Adam Smasher! I fucking knew it!
You are nothing!
Ugh!
Are you willing to endure? Survival rate strong. Struggle if you. This is Come here! There will be nothing left. You killed Oda. Good! He was useless. Your turn to die now. This is beyond you.
Not in trouble. Got it.
Concentrate your mind!
Flanking. Reloading.
Where is Rogue? Wanted no part of this raid, you tot! Once I finish with you, I'll come down! Survival favors the strong. Is this pain? I've forgotten the sensation. Struggle if you wish.
Adams, what's your take, Johnny? Son of a bitch. How about that, Johnny? That was for you. Almost there.
I am as well. Remember, do not harm a hair on his head.
I remember. Privilege is all yours.
Violent delights with violent ends. You? Where is my sister?
Be here any sec now. Until then, supposed to watch you. So don't try anything.
What would I try? I have tried everything. Nothing else remains.
This... you won't need.
Just one bullet left. It's not for you. Look. What do you see?
A guy who lost.
Just one? I see millions. Kyoto. Dubai. Paris. These people had a chance today, but they lost it.
A chance? A chance for what?
To forget their fear.
This is nonsense.
No. Fear. Ever since I can remember, the one thing I cannot deny him. He knew how to cause fear in people.
Saburo.
He once told me anything of value is only a flag blowing in wind. And wind is fear. And then, you know what he did? Blew in my face. That was the one time he was wrong. And others? It worked on them. They feared him. Even now, you saw. Idiots terrified of a dead man talking from a box. Pathetic. I would change that. If only you did not appear.
To think, you once dared to lead your own gang. But drop that. All your dreams, ideals. To seek power.
Power? Huh. Truly, power? 50 years ago, terrorists blew this building into smoke.
Yeah, so I heard.
And? What did it give us?
Not much.
Nothing. But I learned a lesson. If planting bombs not enough, what can you do? You become bomb. Hanako.
兄さん。
待っていたぞ。世界が崩れ去る時は必ずお前がそこにいる。
やめて。人の前よ。I thank you, V. That will be all.
Not all. Not yet.
I will keep my end of our agreement. You will go with Hellman.
And you...
I must stay with my brother.
Come. Time to look to your problem. Fate is a fickle mistress, isn't she?
Say what now?
You spend your whole life fighting something. Only to become that very same thing. Quite literally.
わかってる。
疲れた。
It worked. I did it. Johnny, Hanako kept her word.
Looking at you now reminds me of the moment we met. Still see that same small-time merc, little thief with his head in the clouds. Haven't changed a bit.
Got it all wrong. No way that V would have ever made it this far. Just wouldn't have survived. I had to grow stronger. And I did.
Maybe. But that V also couldn't stomach betrayal.
Wait, that's what you think? I betrayed you?
Worse. Lots. You betrayed yourself.
Got no right to judge me.
Couldn't be more wrong. Biochip did more than just blend our memories. That line that kept V and Silverhand separate, well, faded away.
Same V who was left to die in that landfill. Nothing's changed.
And your will to fight? To tell death?
Just...
Norm...
That would...
Deal...
Then what's it all about, Johnny?
The principle, V. It's all... Bust up into pieces, it puts you back to...
That rocker boy Silverhand's credo? Words he lived by?
So...
Conversation...
Remember what Dex asked you? Quiet life or blaze of glory?
Sure, I remember.
Shame you chose wrong.
In addition, numerous brain functions remain dormant. The neural impulses have been rerouted to the neural processor, a temporary measure.
When can I expect a full report?
I will send it by the end of this week.
My congratulations again on your success. Goodbye.
Please prepare the patient's room.
Having trouble remembering how I got here.
Some memories you have lost permanently. Others will return in time. You must stay calm. Your neural processor is overburdened. Any unnecessary stress response will only make things worse.
I'm alive.
Well,
I feel...
please take the patient away. Notepad. Progression and its further trajectory remain unclear. Removing the tumors proved a difficult task. But the operation on the engram was the real challenge.
Let's go.
Is the ship of Theseus, dismantled into component parts and reassembled, still the same ship? We are
When you're
pioneers,
killed,
the first to ever separate mentally conjoined twins.
I hear the cuckoo
Yes.
calling
In the end,
and long for
even the
Kyoto.
human soul can go unrecognized. End of note.
Please rest. A doctor will be with you shortly.
Come here. Waiting for you.
WNS has been notified of a breaking story. Saburo Arasaka lives once more, though now in the body of his son. The CEO was reported dead months ago, but now it's been revealed that a copy of his consciousness...
Please get ready.
No, good morning.
Pariah, please use...
And it was a sight to behold, he said, how a soul would choose its life. Sometimes pitiable, sometimes laugh.
Stop. Please link your... Higher order representation formation.
What? Life. The city. Rebellion.
Principle.
Me.
Betrayal.
Johnny.
You're in a cornfield. Top.
What's this? What's...
We will see. Motor function test. Please step onto the treadmill. Motor function test. Please connect to the device.
What's this test all about?
Please walk. Gradually accelerate.
What's this supposed to prove? I already know I can walk.
We must complete a series of tests. Please do not hinder or delay.
How am I doing?
Please control your breathing. Accelerate by 3.
Shit.
Get up. You can't stay here.
Welcome to N54 News. I'm Jillian Jordan. The world remains gripped by the revelation that Saburo Arasaka has returned from the dead in the body of his son, Yorinobu Arasaka. A letter of protest regarding the apparent resurrection.
Please get ready. Testing will be...
Any results from the tests you already did?
Next test, please connect your personal link. Higher order representation formation, initiating test. The patient is ready to be examined.
Let's start this thing.
Device calibration. Please respond to each keyword with
Death.
rebellion.
Me.
I, me.
Solitude.
The present.
Solitude.
The future.
Nothing comes to mind.
You're in a cornfield. Toggle.
The shed.
Motor function test. Personal link.
Really aced it last time, didn't I?
Slow walk.
No point to this.
The tests are necessary. They must be performed.
Not bad so far, huh? Try a little faster.
Accelerate by 3.
I can't. Gotta stop.
Stop treadmill. Testing concluded for today. Communications have been unlocked. You may now phone home. Earth. Cognitive function test.
Several weeks, tensions between Arasaka Corp and Militech escalated to troubling levels. Many pundits and analysts warned of a possible outbreak of armed conflict. The exacerbation of tensions was heightened when Yorinobu Arasaka assumed lead.
Hey, listen.
We need very precise data.
Can't.
Cognitive function test. Solve the cube. Please sit up. Respond to the...
No idea.
Please respond to each term with the first thing that comes to mind.
quick as I can, no thinking, right? Me.
Please step onto the treadmill. As quickly as you can, without thinking about it. V.
Hanako Arasaka. Want to talk to her now.
Cognitive function test. Solve the cube.
Fuck, no.
Good morning. Please get up.
Didn't expect to see you here, of all people.
Life is full of surprises. Reprehensible place. I hate it. It could drive one insane.
What do you want?
They asked me to speak to you.
Fine. So what do you have to tell me?
I fear I'm the bearer of bad news. Listen to me. The procedure was a success. We removed the biochip. But the damage it wrought proved enormous. At the genetic level, altered DNA. The kind you would find in those suffering from radiation sickness. And sadly, it's lethal.
So you're telling me I'm gonna die?
All the options have yet to be exhausted.
What other options are there? Already gone under the knife once.
Arasaka Corporation has the capability to cheat death. All we require from you is a dose of trust.
Trusted you once already. Fat lot of good that did me.
You may join our pilot program. Secure your soul. I fear your body is no longer of any use. You must abandon it. We will create an engram of your mind and store it in Mikoshi.
Store it? Why can't I just get a new body?
We have yet to solve the compatibility issue.
Doesn't sound like you had much of a problem with Saburo Arasaka.
You have no offspring. Nor do you have an entire clinic focused so
let's...
No.
I want to live. See you in the future, I hope.
Yes. See you. Our staff will take it from here.
Hey, what's your name?
Hajime.
Hajime. Let me ask you something. What would you say to a person who walked right into their greatest foe's jail to save their life?
I would say, all right, but do not forget the way home.
How's the Earth looking from way up there? She as pretty as they say? Or is that just